Welcome to Farewell to Icons. I'm Linda. Here, we take a moment to honor extraordinary individuals who shaped our world with their talent, passion, and influence. Their stories continue to inspire millions. Join us as we remember their journeys across film, music, and culture, keeping their legacy alive for generations to come. Plas Johnson, the legendary saxophonist, whose music became part of pop culture history, passed away on July 15, 2026, at his home in Los Angeles at the age of 94. He was widely celebrated for performing the unforgettable saxophone line in Henry Mancini's iconic theme for the Pink Panther, a piece that remains recognized around the world. Beyond that famous performance, Johnson built an impressive career as a solo artist and one of the most respected session musicians in the industry, working with numerous top performers across different genres. Before his musical success, he also proudly served as a U.S. Army veteran during the Korean War. Known for his talent, dedication, and smooth saxophone style, Johnson leaves behind a lasting musical legacy that continues to inspire generations of listeners. Nedra Talley-Ross, a founding member of the legendary girl group The Ronettes, has passed away at the age of 80, leaving behind a lasting mark on music history. Born in Manhattan, Nedra discovered her love for singing as a young girl and, alongside her cousins Ronnie and Estelle Bennett, helped create a sound that would define an era. The Ronettes became global sensations with their powerful voices, unique style, and unforgettable hits, even earning admiration from artists like the Beatles. After years in the spotlight, Nedra chose a different path, stepping away from fame to focus on faith, family, and a quieter life. She later recorded Christian music and built a fulfilling life away from celebrity attention. Honored with the Ronettes' Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction in 2007, Nedra's legacy continues through her music and the memories she created for generations of fans. Don Iwerks, a pioneering force in special effects and immersive entertainment, passed away on July 9, 2026, at the age of 96. A respected Disney legend, Iwerks helped shape the future of theme park experiences by developing groundbreaking technologies such as 360-degree circle vision, which amazed audiences in attractions like America the Beautiful and The Timekeeper. He later founded Iwerks Entertainment, where he continued pushing creative boundaries and helped introduce advanced 3D experiences to attractions including Captain EO and T2 3D, Battle Across Time. Beyond his remarkable career in entertainment, Iwerks was also a U.S. Army veteran who served as a photographer during the Korean War. He leaves behind a lasting legacy of innovation, imagination, and contributions that transformed the way people experience storytelling. Randall McNeil, better known as DJ Randall, was a legendary name in the world of jungle and drum and bass, leaving a lasting mark on electronic music culture. Born in London on the 2nd of April 1970, he discovered his passion for mixing during the late 1980s, inspired by the energy of acid house and the underground rave scene. His talent soon took him from pirate radio stations to some of the biggest events, where his unforgettable sets helped define an entire generation of sound. Known for his work at iconic raves like A-Ball and Dreamscape, Randall also contributed as a producer and label founder, helping nurture the growth of jungle music. He continued sharing his music for decades before passing away at 54. His creativity, passion, and influence remain deeply respected by fans worldwide. Davy Lopes was more than just a talented baseball player. He was a symbol of determination, intelligence, and passion for the game. Born on May 3, 1945, in East Providence, he built his career through hard work and perseverance, eventually becoming one of Major League Baseball's most respected figures. During his years with the Los Angeles Dodgers, Lopes became famous for his speed, smart base running, and leadership, helping define one of the team's greatest eras. With more than 500 stolen bases, all-star appearances, and a Gold Glove award, he left a remarkable mark on baseball. Even after retirement, he continued guiding young players as a coach and mentor. After battling health challenges, including Parkinson's disease complications, Lopes passed away at 80. His legacy remains a story of courage, excellence, and dedication. Simon Cowell's public life has been defined by confidence, criticism, ambition, and transformation. For decades, he appeared on television as the person who could instantly recognize talent, challenge performers, and shape unforgettable moments. Behind that powerful image, however, exists a more complicated human story filled with pressure, change, vulnerability, and personal growth. His journey is not only about fame and success, but also about the emotional cost of becoming a global figure. The man known for judging others eventually became someone the world judged as well. His experiences reveal the challenges of living under constant attention and the difficult search for identity beyond a carefully created public image. The rise of a television icon, Simon Cowell, became one of the most recognizable figures in entertainment, through a combination of sharp instincts, confidence, and an unusual understanding of what audiences wanted to see. His calm expressions, direct comments, and ability to create dramatic moments made him stand out in a crowded industry. While many television personalities relied on charm and friendliness, Simon built his reputation around honesty and certainty. He became the person who would say what others were thinking, but were unwilling to express. His journey to becoming a household name was not immediate. Before achieving worldwide recognition, he experienced uncertainty and setbacks in the music industry. He learned how entertainment worked from behind the scenes, understanding how artists were developed, how audiences reacted, and how quickly success could disappear. These experiences shaped his belief that talent alone was not enough. A person needed determination, confidence, and the ability to handle criticism. When he eventually became a central figure in talent competitions, audiences quickly recognized his unique role. He was not simply a judge offering opinions. He represented the pressure and reality of an industry where dreams could succeed or fail in front of millions. His presence created anticipation because people never knew whether he would offer encouragement or difficult advice. This unpredictability became part of his identity and helped transform him into a major entertainment figure. Building a reputation through honesty, Simon Cowell's career was built on a reputation for being direct. He rarely disguised his opinions, and his willingness to deliver uncomfortable feedback became one of the qualities that separated him from others. Many viewers respected his honesty because they believed he provided a realistic view of the entertainment world. Others felt that his approach could be too harsh, and that his words sometimes carried unnecessary weight. The contradiction became central to his public image. He was both admired and criticized for the same reason. His comments could disappoint people, but they could also inspire performers to improve. His ability to recognize potential was often hidden behind his tough approach. He understood that many aspiring artists needed guidance, not only encouragement. Over time, the public began to associate him with judgment itself. His expressions, pauses, and reactions became as memorable as his words. A simple look could create tension, while a rare moment of praise could become incredibly meaningful. This ability to create emotion made him valuable in entertainment, but it also created expectations that were difficult to escape. The image of the strict judge became so powerful that many people forgot there was a person behind it. They saw the role before seeing the individual. Simon's greatest success came from creating a character that audiences remembered. But that same character later became something he had to constantly carry. The pressure behind public success fame often appears glamorous from the outside, but Simon Cowell's experience shows the responsibility and pressure that come with maintaining a successful public identity. He was not only responsible for his own career, but also connected to large productions, creative decisions, and the expectations of millions of viewers. His reputation depended on continuing to deliver moments that captured attention. The entertainment world moves quickly, and staying relevant requires constant adaptation. Simon had to understand changing audiences, discover new talent, and remain influential in an industry where public interest can disappear suddenly. The pressure was not only professional, it also affected his personal life, because his every action became something people wanted to discuss. A person who becomes famous for judging others eventually experiences being judged by the public. Simon discovered that every change in his appearance, personality, or lifestyle could become a topic of conversation. The same attention that helped build his career also removed much of his privacy. This created a unique challenge. He had spent years controlling the atmosphere around him, but fame meant losing control over how others viewed him. People formed opinions based on short moments, rather than understanding the complete person. Behind the successful image was someone managing expectations that few people could fully understand. The difference between image and reality. One of the most important parts of Simon Cowell's story is the difference between the person audiences saw and the person who existed away from cameras. Public figures often become symbols rather than individuals, and Simon experienced this more than most. The world knew the confident judge, but fewer people considered the emotional experiences behind that image. The character he created was effective because it was memorable. However, the same qualities that made him successful also limited how people understood him. Confidence was interpreted as arrogance. Honesty was sometimes viewed as cruelty. Calmness was mistaken for a lack of emotion. The reality was more complicated. Simon could be deeply affected by meaningful performances and personal stories. He could recognize courage and dedication in others. The same person known for difficult criticism could also create opportunities for people who needed someone to notice their abilities. This contrast made his life more interesting because it challenged simple explanations. He was neither only a harsh critic nor only a generous supporter. Like most people, he contained contradictions. His career demonstrated that individuals can have qualities that appear opposite, but exist together. The struggle was that the public often prefers simple identities. A person becomes labeled as one thing, and every action is judged through that label. For Simon, escaping the image of the intimidating judge became one of the biggest challenges of his later life. Changing through fatherhood. A major transformation in Simon Cowell's life came through becoming a father. Before that, much of his identity revolved around business, entertainment, achievement, and competition. Fatherhood introduced a different kind of responsibility that was not based on ratings, success, or public approval. Having a child changed the way he viewed priorities. The qualities that matter most in family life are different from those required in a competitive industry. Patience, presence, emotional connection, and understanding become more important than perfection. People began seeing a different side of Simon. Moments of warmth and emotion appeared more frequently, challenging the old image of someone who seemed impossible to impress. His reactions became less focused only on performance and more connected to the personal stories behind people's dreams. This change did not mean he abandoned the qualities that made him successful. Instead, it showed that people continue evolving throughout life. The person who once represented strict judgment also became someone capable of empathy and reflection. Fatherhood offered him a perspective that fame could not provide. It reminded him that personal relationships often matter more than public recognition. Success can create admiration, but meaningful connections create fulfillment. This shift became one of the most important developments in his personal journey, facing vulnerability and health challenges. For someone known for control and confidence, experiencing serious physical challenges represented a powerful reminder of human limitations. Simon Cowell's health struggles changed the way many people viewed him because they revealed a side that had rarely been visible before. For years, he appeared almost untouchable. He was the person who evaluated others, made decisions, and remained composed under pressure. A health crisis changed that perception by showing that even highly successful people can face uncertainty and fear. Recovery required patience, something that can be difficult for individuals accustomed to making quick decisions and managing situations. Physical healing does not follow schedules or expectations. It requires acceptance, support, and time. The experience also created a deeper understanding of what truly matters. Professional achievements remain important, but they cannot replace health and personal connections. Moments of difficulty often reveal priorities that success can hide. For Simon, vulnerability became part of his story. It showed audiences that behind the confident appearance was a person who could experience fear, pain, and change. That realization made him more relatable because it connected him to experiences shared by people everywhere. The cost of becoming a brand, Simon Cowell became more than a person in entertainment. He became a recognizable brand. His name represented a particular style of judgment, honesty, and authority. While this brought enormous success, it also created limitations. When someone becomes a brand, people begin expecting consistency. They want the same personality, the same reactions, and the same qualities that originally made that person famous. Change can become difficult because audiences sometimes prefer a familiar version rather than accepting growth. Simon experienced this pressure as his personality and priorities evolved. Some people questioned whether he had changed too much, while others welcomed his softer approach. The challenge was that both reactions came from expectations created by his earlier image. A brand can create opportunities, but it can also become a responsibility. Maintaining it requires constant effort and can make personal growth feel complicated. Simon's experience demonstrates how difficult it can be for public figures to move beyond the identity that made them successful. The strongest brands are often built around clear characteristics, but human beings are far more complex. Simon's later years showed the tension between being recognized as a symbol and wanting to be understood as a person. The evolution of public judgment. Simon Cowell's career was built during a time when direct criticism was considered a powerful form of entertainment. His style reflected an era where strong opinions and dramatic reactions attracted attention. However, public attitudes changed over time. Audiences began discussing the emotional impact of criticism and the responsibility that comes with public influence. The same approach that once made television exciting was later viewed through a different perspective. Simon had to navigate changing expectations while being closely associated with an earlier style. This created a difficult situation. He represented a significant part of entertainment history, but history itself was being reconsidered. People began asking different questions about honesty, kindness, and the balance between entertainment and respect. Simon's legacy became more complicated because it contained both achievement and criticism. He helped create opportunities for performers and contributed to discovering successful talent, yet his methods were also questioned. The evolution of public judgment reflected a larger cultural change. Society's understanding of communication and criticism continued developing, and Simon's career became part of that conversation. His story shows how public figures can become connected not only to their achievements, but also to the debates surrounding their methods. A career built on contradictions. Few careers contain as many contradictions as Simon Cowell's. He became famous by judging people, yet he also helped many individuals achieve their dreams. He could appear distant while showing genuine emotion. He could be criticized for being harsh, while being respected for recognizing talent. These contradictions are what make his story compelling. A simple description cannot capture the full picture. His career was not only about criticism or success, it was about understanding people, recognizing potential, and creating moments that connected with audiences. The same qualities that made him effective also created controversy. His confidence allowed him to make difficult decisions, but it sometimes made him appear unreachable. His honesty created memorable moments, but it also attracted criticism. A complex legacy is often a sign of significant influence. People who change industries rarely fit into simple categories. Their impact creates conversations, disagreements, and different interpretations. Simon Cowell's career demonstrates that public figures can leave behind achievements while still carrying questions about their choices. Both sides can exist together, creating a more realistic understanding of their lives. Learning the meaning of success. After decades of achievement, Simon Cowell's relationship with success appears to have changed. Earlier in life, success was connected to recognition, influence, and professional accomplishments. Later, it became more connected to balance, family, and personal well-being. Many successful people eventually face this transition. The goals that once motivated them may no longer provide the same satisfaction. Achievements remain meaningful, but they become part of a larger understanding of life. Simon's journey reflects this change. Building an entertainment career required ambition and determination, but maintaining happiness required something different. It required accepting change and recognizing that identity cannot depend only on professional accomplishments. Success can create admiration, but it cannot eliminate personal struggles. Fame can provide opportunities, but it cannot guarantee peace. These lessons became increasingly important as Simon moved into a different stage of life. His story highlights the idea that achievement is only one part of human experience. Personal growth, relationships, and self-understanding are equally important. The challenge for many successful individuals is learning how to value these aspects alongside their accomplishments. The loneliness of being famous. One of the quieter themes in Simon Cowell's life is the loneliness that can come with fame. Being recognized by millions does not necessarily mean being truly understood. Public attention can create a strange distance between a person and the world around them. Many people knew Simon through television, but few knew his private thoughts, concerns, or struggles. The public saw performances, decisions, and reactions, but not the moments away from cameras. Fame creates visibility, but it can also create isolation. People often approach celebrities because of what they represent, rather than who they are. For someone like Simon, expectations were especially strong because his public image was so clearly defined. The world wanted the confident judge, but the individual behind that image experienced ordinary human emotions. He faced uncertainty, change, and the challenges of growing older. This contrast reveals something important about celebrity culture. Public figures may seem larger than life, but they still experience the same emotions and difficulties as everyone else. The difference is that their experiences happen under constant observation. The impact of time and aging. Aging in public creates unique challenges. For most people, personal changes happen privately, but for celebrities, every transformation can become visible and discussed. Simon Cowell experienced this reality as the public watched him change over the years. Time affects everyone, including those who seem powerful and successful. Physical changes, shifting priorities, and new perspectives are natural parts of life. However, public figures often face pressure to remain connected to their younger image. Simon's journey showed that aging is not only about appearance. It is also about wisdom, reflection, and accepting different versions of oneself. The person who becomes older is not losing identity, they are adding new experiences. His later years revealed more emotional openness and a deeper understanding of what matters. The confidence remained, but it was joined by greater awareness and compassion. Time changed the way people viewed him, but it also changed the way he viewed himself. The need to constantly prove himself became less important, replaced by a desire for meaning and connection. The human side behind the success. Behind the achievements, television moments, and public reputation was a person navigating the same challenges faced by many others. Simon Cowell's story is ultimately about the relationship between success and humanity. His career demonstrates that reaching the top does not remove vulnerability. Wealth and recognition cannot prevent difficult moments or guarantee emotional satisfaction. Every person carries private experiences that the outside world may never fully understand. Simon spent years evaluating the dreams of others, but his own life became an example of how complicated dreams can be. Success brought rewards, but it also brought responsibilities and expectations. The human side of his story appears in moments of change, reflection, and personal growth. It shows someone who continued adapting rather than remaining trapped in one identity. This is perhaps the most important lesson from his journey. People are always more complex than the roles they play. A public image may explain part of a person, but it never explains everything. A legacy that continues to evolve. Simon Cowell's legacy cannot be defined by one characteristic. He is remembered as a powerful entertainment figure, a talent discoverer, a controversial personality, and someone who changed over time. His influence remains because he understood what connects with audiences. He recognized emotional moments, memorable personalities, and the power of opportunity. His work affected many careers and helped shape modern entertainment. At the same time, His story invites reflection on how society views public figures. People often celebrate success while overlooking the personal cost behind it. Simon's journey reminds us that achievement and struggle can exist together. A lasting legacy is rarely perfect. It contains achievements, mistakes, growth, and lessons. Simon Cowell's life represents all of these elements. The person who became famous for judging others eventually became a subject of deeper understanding. His story moved beyond entertainment and became a reflection on ambition, identity, change, and the search for meaning. Understanding the man beyond the image. The most powerful part of Simon Cowell's story is the realization that the person behind the public image was always more complicated than people assumed. He was never only the strict judge, the successful businessman, or the television personality. He was someone shaped by ambition, experience, relationships, challenges, and time. His life shows that even people who appear completely confident can carry uncertainty beneath the surface. For years, Simon decided whether others were ready for attention. Later, he experienced what it felt like to be constantly observed himself. The roles reversed, and the judge became the person being evaluated. That transformation reveals the central lesson of his journey. No one can be reduced to a single moment, personality trait, or public reputation. People continue changing, learning, and becoming different versions of themselves. Simon Cowell's story remains compelling because it is not only about fame, it is about humanity. It is about the pressure of expectations, the importance of personal growth, and the search for peace after a lifetime of achievement. Behind every public figure is a private story. Behind every confident appearance is a person with fears, hopes, and emotions. Simon Cowell's journey reminds us that understanding someone requires looking beyond the image and recognizing the human being underneath.